DFW Motivation, Bobby Collins, what's going on? Kareem Ebanks, my brother. Miss Joette, Peace of Bless Queen, how you doing today? I had my grandbaby, Pac-Man ATL Tay, my brother Tay in the building. Salute, go subscribe to my brother Pac-Man ATL Tay. Copperfield, what's good? Poe Porter, Tech RD, King Alley, 100 Keys the Locksmith, Klotz, Tommy Storworth, Queen Shay, Peace of Bless Queen, how you doing today? Kelly Johnson, what's going on? Son of G, Michael Ball, Wayne Witherspoon, Monroe Brown, Klotz, Poe Allen, what's good? So let's get into this, right? AK Crowder, Just Do Boxing, what's good? I had my grandbaby. Finally, my granddaughter's here. Terry Approved Right, Peace Bus Queen, how you doing today? Mac Man, what's good? Digital Clan, Tony Montgomery, Stephen Deacons, what's good? Tran View, George Proctor, what's good? Anthony Fort, Killer Vic, Mac Man, what's good? Yeah, so I finally had my grandbaby, right? Barbara D, Peace Bus Queen, how you doing today? You know, Jose Diaz was good. Ishmael Hassan was good. Urban Green was good. Let's talk about the topic of jealousy and envy. 100 Keys the Locksmith was good. And one to which led to this man, Tyree Nichols, essentially, allegedly losing everything. Leonard Ellaby was good. Bruce Lee Wayne was good. 71 Dawn Rider was good. Dunk Rider was good. Ayo was good. Javon Montavo was good. Sharif Saunders was good. Mutz Senyers was good. And tonight we're going to have more conversations about other things. Fred Robinson was good. Ricardo Melrose was good. But I had my grandbaby today. So now I'm a grandfather, right? John Martin was good. Cody Maxwell was good. Kenneth Perry was good. Need y'all to smash the like button as you come in. Wipe your feet as you walk inside. Right? King Ali, yeah, and that's all good. Blessings to those brothers. Blessings to them. Blessings to them. Hey, listen. Caleb Niels was good. My brother Pac-Man ATL Tay is in the building. Stephen Ella Mack was good. J Get 856 was good. Tay, have I ever lied about one thing on here that I said about anything going on? Now, Tay is privy because Tay has been on the phone. Tay has heard. Tay knows. He's privy. Malik Black was good. So for all the people that like to say, oh, Blue made up this story. Blue lied about this. Okay. Billy Miller was good. Mr. Big Play Bray was good. And so Randall 700 was good. That's all good. Surrett 357 was good. Darkest Light was good. I'm cool with it. Jose Diaz was good. Mark Nash, my brother, in the building. Let me wrench up brother Mark Nash. Right? So now Sean King was good. So now my brother Tay, Pac-Man ATL Tay, y'all know he's a stand-up dude. Tay don't make up stories. Michael Ball was good. Tay don't make up stories. He don't have a need to make up stories, right? Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder, Carolina Cash as I call him. My brother in the super chat dropping that hundo on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother Carolina Cash dropping that hundo on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, King. He said salute. Salute to you, King. Mark Nash, he said my boy Tay is super solid. This is a fact. Nicholas Simmons was good. It's a fact. Tay is 10 toes down. My brother, right? Tay will tell you. See, I know Tay don't want to, you know what I'm saying? He be want to, you know, he be offended. You know what I'm saying? The Racing Angel was good. And Tay knows for a fact, he knows for a fact, you know, that I don't make up stories. But it's okay, and it's all good. It's all good. Now, on to this story, right? On to this story, right? Maharba Salon was good. I wanted to address this story right here, particularly. There's information that came out. Exactly, 100 Keys, the locksmith. Real recognize real. Anybody can see the play. You should be able to see the play from a mile away. DFW motivation, my brother was good. You should be able to see the play from a mile away. Period. You should be able to recognize it and see it from a mile away. Right? Cool. Now check this out. Right? Karan Tucker, what's good, great brother? D. Berkey, what's good? Now, I want y'all to check this out, right? OFO show. Mark Nash, we getting ready to work. So now, information came out. Pop Player was good. Information has come out that one of the officers that was involved in this situation, allegedly, Alonzo Smith, B. Bryan, was good. And one of the officers that was involved in this situation, Tyree Nichols, was reportedly, possibly, allegedly dating his ex. Which means, more than likely, this wasn't a coincidence. It's hard to stay sucker free in the land of blow pops, bro. This is a fact. That's a fact. Right? So, they saying now, Anthony Williams was good, that he was working, met the officer, maybe they were still together and he met him, and they started dating, whatever. One thing led to another. This particular officer is seen on the on this video, recording the situation and sending it to somebody, allegedly. John Phillips was good. And that somebody, allegedly, Paul Smith, was come on. Come on, Blue. Content creators word play on all the time. I don't even know what you're talking about. Then he sent the pictures and the video to said woman, allegedly. Allegedly. LS aka Tag was good. Because we don't love and cherish one another. T Bonafide, my brother, was good. We would rather bring each other down, or do our best to bring each other down. And in this case, they did. That's what we would rather do. That's what we'd rather do. Right? We would rather focus on trying to bring one another down. Right? As best as we possibly can. Right? So, reportedly, according to these reports that I read, right, dude wasn't too far from his house. He was almost at home, right? He was nearly at home. He was nearly at home when this happened, right? The Race of Angel was good, right? He was nearly at home. Paul Smith, what happened to Terrence Crawford and BLK? Nothing. Terrence Crawford going through it was the best situation for Terrence Crawford. He figured what's best for him to in his situation. That's what Terrence Crawford gonna do. And nothing happened. Nothing. Nothing at all. So, Yeah, we Tyre Scott, peace, bless queen. How you doing today? He said even people on YouTube get hypnotized by hate. Yeah, they can't help themselves. Can't help ourselves. We just simply can't help ourselves. We can't help ourselves. We can't get our own way. So it's funny though, because at the same token, in the same time, Q De Niro Deuce was good. Khalid Mays was good. In the same token and at the same time, right? We'll be hypocrites in these conversations. We are our biggest hypocrites. Bluebell owns Phenom. What's good, great brother? Khalil Mays was good. He said, "Did you see dude making a whole video about you?" I saw the title, right? I didn't watch the video, and to me, it's just sad, right? And it's cool. It's cool to me, because this is what happens, right? Is that people choose, right, to purposely attempt to bring you down, right? Consciously, a conscious effort, right? Big Block, what's good, great brother? Blue, you ain't nobody unless you got it. That's what they say. But you know, it's unfortunate that we view each other like that. Ishmael Hassan, he said, I skipped right past it. Listen, it's no secret that if you put my name in the title, you get some of your biggest views. You're gonna do it. You're gonna get big views. Period. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Antonio Martinez was good. You right, Antonio Martinez. You 1000%. Antonio Martinez, don't retract your statement. Put it back, please. Antonio Martinez, please put that statement back. Y'all can't hear me? You can't hear me? He said, tell him to get off your coattail. Oh, no, it's cool. Mundox from Chicago was good. You can hear me now? Can you hear me now? Don Sapansky was good. Can y'all hear me? Tay said he could hear me. Tim TV 212 was good. Okay, y'all can hear me. Cool. Refresh it because it's I just plugged in my charger, so maybe that's what happened. Dominique Richardson was good. Y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me, refresh it. Shadow Band was good because I just plugged in my charger, so that's probably what pushed me over. Trill Work was good. DT was good. Caught on Camera was good. If you can't hear me, refresh it. And if y'all can hear me, anybody that can hear me, just put in the chat. Mario Young was good. He said, congratulations, old man. Appreciate you. Bless you. Blessings, King. Appreciate you. Michael Ball was good. Blue, you relevant. That's why you trended. Yeah, Michael. It's disappointing to me. Motorsports was good because I like to bring everybody with me. Money Meek was good. Trend View, CEO Shorty was good. He said, check your algorithm. I pressed the like button. It's only showing my like. Yeah, that's because they playing games on my channel. They playing game. Mike Lee, my brother, was good. Laylo was good. Okay. Just somebody type it in the chat that if you you can't hear me, refresh your channel. Refresh your thing. So Gregory Owens was good. Professor Eggs was good. So now they saying that this brother, you know, was driving not too far from his house. Spare your PR was good. And this happened, right? That's not a coincidence. And they said that he was driving reckless, you know, reckless driving and so on and so forth, right? Boxerman was good. Tony Montgomery was good. And the brother put in the chat, he said something very, very true, right? Antonio Tex Rock was good. Antonio, keep putting that in the chat, please. And don't time out Antonio. I'm asking him to do it. And I'm not joking. Kwame Israel was good. Appreciate you. I'm asking him to do it purposely. And I'm not joking. And I mean what he said. Right? Because he said something in the chat that's very, very true. And people will get offended by it. I'm not offended because it's the truth. I deal in facts over feelings. Right? Jason, what's good? Okay. I deal in facts over feelings. And I like to deal in facts over feelings. Right? And so DMR was good. The great brother just said, we complain about racism, but we don't like each other. You 1000% correct, Antonio Martinez. You 1000%. You couldn't have said it no better. You 1000% correct, brother. 1,000. You couldn't say it no better than what you just said. TC was good. Because that resonates in everything we do as a walk of people. It resonates in everything we do as a people. Every single thing we do, that resonates true. Ross Lowe's Gold Coast New Pay was good. It reigns to be true. Everything in every range, in every walk of life, right? When you talk about this sports, these YouTube communities, boxing, right? You'll have fighters complain about the obvious. We know in the obvious in the sport of boxing. You can see the obvious in the sport of boxing, right? That there's issues, there's favoritism is the word I'm going to use today. All funny videos, it's good, right? But yet, we still don't stick together. But yet, we can't find a way to stick together for nothing. We can find a way. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Christopher Hayes was good. Roddy was good. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford had divided people. And guess what? They ain't got no disdain for one another. They know it's a business. Errol Spence knows that his situation, right, with Terrence Crawford ain't got nothing to do with personal. Everything to do with business. Errol Spence don't have no disdain for Terrence Crawford, and nor vice versa. No, nor is it vice versa. They know it's all about business. Dudes are sitting here. Knockout Kings was good. Oh, for sure. And it's cool though, right? Because you got to think and take this into consideration, right? 903 boxing was good. This is a sport. where everybody's talking about he say and she say, right? Right? Everybody, B-man was good. He said blue on them P's and Q's. Oh, for sure. So everybody, right, is coming on here, right, on social media, right? And it goes for every walk. Gary Mar G 81 was good. So this brother right here, apparently, right? Apparently, he was dating, possibly dating, one of these officers, allegedly, wife or girlfriend or ex or whatever. Right? And so, this was not a coincidence that this dude was driving home and they said he was 128 feet from his house or 28 yards from his house. Or he wasn't far from his house. Do you think that happened so, allegedly? This particular officer was involved in this situation. He knew nothing? This was a coincidence? Right? This is a coincidence? This is not a coincidence. Allegedly. It's not a coincidence that this dude was driving on his way home. They pulled him over for what is being called the easiest justifiable way to pull somebody over, by saying they had reckless driving. Because how could you prove that? You understand what I'm saying? Hey man, you were swerving, or you did X, Y, and Z. You know, you was swerving, man. You crossed the lines. You look, you know, you was driving a little bit fast, so on and so forth. So we had to pull you over. So they saying that, you know, you could claim reckless driving, and reckless driving it can result in one of the easiest justifiable ways to pull someone over. So that's what they're saying with this young man. Then everybody's talking about that he could have just cooperated. If he would have cooperated better and focused more and did what they said, then this wouldn't have been the result. This should never be the result. Whether he's not, whether he's, you have, what is it, 6 on 1? Whether he's cooperating or not. You're going to tell me 6 grown men can't restrain one man and handcuff him, and it don't matter how much he's not cooperating. Because once you restrain him the first time, okay, let's say he's not cooperating. It's 6 of y'all. Once you restrain him and get the cuffs on him, he can't resist no more anyway. How much more resisting can he do? You just took his hands away. King 87 Gemini, what's good? You just took his hands and his feet away, because once you cuff him behind his back and he's on the ground. AP Fresh was good. Law C0 Perez was good. Once he handcuffed and he's on the ground, then he's rendered helpless at that point in time anyway. So it don't matter whether he cooperates or not. Right? So then, right, they said it was 71 commands in 13 minutes. Now, why would there be 71 commands? The number one, it should be one command. Stop resisting. That's it. Ron, what's going on? There should just be one single command. Hey, bro, stop resisting. Paul Bennett, what's good, great brother? Stop resisting. That's it. Cut and dry, plain and simple. Gerard, what's good? Cut and dry. It should just be, the point should just be stop resisting, and that's it. What else is there to all you doing after you get him settled in? Spence, New York City was good. After you get him settled in, and after you get him relaxed, and he's not resisting anymore, then you read the rest and tell him why he's there and why you pulled him over, so on and so forth. Dion Dub was good. So there's absolutely zero excuse. There's zero rhyme or reason for these actions. Zero. There is nothing that can justify these actions. Not a single thing can justify these actions. Nothing. And then to find out that there was a person of interest, meaning that, so now you find out that one of these officers was dating this gentleman. One of the exes, or maybe they're still together, who knows, was dating this gentleman. Well, now you have a motive. Kareem 0814, my brother, was good. And then on top of that, these dudes was high-fiving and chest bumping. Did you see how I hit him? Did you see when I connected on him? Did you see when I did X, Y, and Z? Did you see how I did this? Man, when he started to run and I did this, man, look how he looked. Brothers. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me say this. Jonathan Rucker, what's good? I don't care if this was white on white. I don't care if it was black on black. I don't care if it was Asian on Asian. I don't care if it was any of those things. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. 6 white officers should not be doing this to one white man. 6 Asian officers should not be doing this to one Asian man. Seen and unseen boxing was good. And they definitely shouldn't be doing it to nobody else or anything, because you are there, you are put in position of trust. You are put in position of trust. Chilltown Majors was good. You are put in a position of trust where the world, the world that you live in, trust that you can defend him. There's a TV show, I forgot the name of it, right? Where the superheroes are bad, but they're trying to cover up the superhero storyline. Y'all know that TV show? When one dude is real fast and the lady stepped off the curb and he ran right through her. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And these dudes are supposed to be superheroes, so on and so forth. But you know, they're not. They bad. You know what I'm saying? You put in position to be able to take care of the world. Cold Boy Cash was good. Is that what it's called? So these dudes, when you swear, see, let me explain something to you. This is what the rules should be. Let me explain this to you. This is what the rules should be, right? That once you take that oath, right? Lamont Griffin was good. Once you take that oath, Oak Park Boston was good. And any fumbling happens in this situation, there is no trial. There is no explanation. There's none of that. I don't understand. These rules should not apply for, these rules should apply for the general public, for civilians. When you're dealing with civilians and the general public, okay? Right? And then you should have innocent until proven guilty, and then you should have a just due process to state your innocence and clear your name. When you're a civilian, when you take this role, right, and it's clear cut like we seen on this camera, right, there should be no trial. There should be no court. There should be none of that. You have broke the oath, No country was good. People should be comfortable with trusting you when you ride up and down their streets and policing their street. You should be the most trusted person. Child, please was good. You should be the most. When they see you, you should have a sign of relief. When the everyday civilian see these persons of the law, you should have such a sense of relief and comfortability. It's not even funny. It should be a reminiscence of a child with his parents when a person is in the streets and we have somebody that's supposed to serve and protect. You should feel like you at home with your mother and your father. That's how comfortable you should feel when you see them. But instead, and especially in the African American community, you super afraid. Jafari Caesar was good. You super afraid. This dude got pulled over for no reason. Can you imagine what was his thoughts when he got pulled over? Did he ever think that would be his, when them lights flashed behind him, I'm sure in a million years he didn't think that was his last day on earth. Band up, what's good, great brother? How you feeling, nephew? Now, let me ask y'all a question. When he got pulled over, like I just said, I'm sure in a million years that man didn't think that this was going to be his last day on earth. Or maybe he did and he was nervous. But guess what? How you think that's going to resonate with the rest of the neighborhoods and the communities? It happens everywhere. Jessica Burden, peace, bless, queen. How you doing today? Right? So now how you think in every other African American community when them lights go off behind them? What you think their reaction gonna be? Yeah, Tiana. What they say, he was 128 feet from his house, or 128 yards from his house. Jamel Parker, what's good? Yeah, Jamel Parker. See, I'm different, man. Trip with D Cliff was good. I'm different. I'm different, man. I'm glad to be me. I'm happy to be me, man. I'm very proud to be me. I'm very proud to be a genuine person that I am. If I told you I rock with you, I rock with you hard body. Hard body. You understand? Anybody know me knows that. I rock. Miss Joette know that. I genuinely feel. And let me say this too. Before I get too far ahead of myself. Buddy Gonzalez was good. Hey, to each his own, great brother. To each his own. Shut up and laugh. Was good. I don't know if y'all know, but Scrapbook is fighting for his life. Soldier 777 was good. Our brother Scrapbook is now fighting for his life. Ratchet since 9-1 was good. K Vic was good. So y'all know the three wise men was Stormy B Man, my brother Stormy B Man, Scrapbook, and y'all know the historian, aka Kurt Anderson, aka the historian, aka my brother, my co-host, Kurt Sugar, right? The three wise men, Kurt Anderson, Scrapbook, and Stormy B Man. Scrapbook is on life support. We lost Kurt. We lost Kurt already. Band Up was good. Yeah, I know, Band Up. Salute. Blessings, King. I appreciate y'all. But this is what I'm going to tell y'all. Don't even do it. Don't waste your time. I know y'all be frustrated. Robert Singleton was good. And y'all be wanting to hold me down. But don't even waste your energy. Don't waste your time and your energy. Hey, don't time out. Blue Blood is owned Fanon. Don't time him out. That's family. The Jessica Burton was good. Blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Hey, untime him out. Warrior 519 was good. Great brother, how you feeling? Hey, don't time out. Blue Blood owns Fanon. Don't time him out. I know you've seen the title, his name and his title, Jafari Caesar. Salute. It's all good. I know you've seen his name and his title, and you Jafari Caesar was like, man, get him up out of here. Hey. I knew you was Chilltown Major. Mana Mansa Musa lifestyle was good. I know Jafari Caesar seen it. He was like, man, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Get him. He came in full speed ahead. C Money best style is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Detroit BC was good. Hey, get the likes up. Drop $1 in super chat. Refresh the super chat for the folk that can't send a super chat. Megatron TV was good. Detroit BC was good. Yeah, don't time out the great brother, man. He good people. He good people. He good people. Jelani Dunn was good. He just don't like nobody messing with your boy Blue. That's why his name is like that. I meant to wrench you up, brother. I meant to wrench him up because I knew that was coming. I knew that was eventually coming, man. I knew that was coming. That's my fault, Blue Blood. That's my fault, great brother. I knew that was coming. I meant to give you a wrench because I knew that was coming, great brother. I knew it was coming. So smash the like button, man. I need y'all to drop $1 in super chat. Refresh the super chat, man. Let's get the likes all the way up. Let's drop $1 in super chat. Support the channel. Support the grind. So with that said, you know, this was allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, in my opinion, it was premeditated. Premeditated. And it's a shame. It's a crying shame, right? That this happened. Especially if it's emotionally driven. It's a crying shame. Randall 700, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Today is Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday, right? Caddy Peace 504 was good. So, this young man driving almost get to his house, and this is the outcome. Buck 88 Keys K-Town was good. You can't tell me. So, like I said, when you take this oath, right, and you take this position, you should be held accountable. The laws are not the same for you. You should not have the same laws that the rest of the civilians have amongst you. It should not. This should not be the same set of circumstances as a regular person. This should be treated, right, as teism. Y'all fill in the blanks. Teism. Because that's what you are, allegedly. That's what you are, and that's what you're doing. You're instilling fear inside the communities that you're supposed to be protected. So it's like this, right? Royal Q Dads was good. Now, check this out, right? It's like this. If you have a child, right? Danny was good. The universe, the law, everybody trusts you as a parent with that child. You have an obligation because that child is defenseless. The child is helpless. The child is defenseless. The child can't do anything. Tone Lev, appreciate you, brother. That child is defenseless. The child can't do anything. So the universe that gave you that child, that allowed you to bear life into that child's lungs, right? And your peers, meaning the human beings around you, right? They trust that you're going to do the right thing because that child cannot defend themselves. So when you go into the privacy of your own home, I have to be able to trust that you're going to do the right thing. When you send these officers out into the communities, once they leave the nest, meaning that the home bases and the offices and all of that, once they leave those nests and they go out to the community, right? We are trusting you because you are legally able to bear arms. So when you go out, we are trusting you that when you go out there into the community, that you're going to do the right thing because you're going amongst people, especially, I'm going to speak on here in New York, especially here in New York, because you're going amongst, you are going to be amongst people that cannot legally protect themselves from you. Knoxville Will was good. From you. And you have an up on everybody. You have an advantage because you legally can walk anywhere and bear arms. And so we need to be able to trust you is not going to be a T-ism. Y'all can fill in the blank. You know what I'm getting at. You see, an officer can be in a public place with thousands of people and be able to bear arms and not one other person in there can bear arms. Just Joe King was good. Okay, let me explain this to you. Chris Brooks was good because we are predominantly a boxing community here. Prince to Amir was good, right? We are a boxing community here, right? And so when you go to a boxing event, you know the only people in that boxing event that's legally able to bear arms in there is the officers that's supposed to be there to protect you. So imagine if we can't trust those officers in that, you feel comfortable, you feel safe in that public outing. People bring their children there, you bring your wives there, you bring your significant others. This is what you do because, and you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable when you go into these settings. You know why? Because you say to yourself, I know the strangers 3 rows down should not be able to bear arms in here. I'm comfortable. Darnell Merlin was good. If anything, it's just physicality, right? Right? It's just these. Bossaman, what's good? It's just these. You understand what I'm saying? He said blue. He said blue in New York. You all can't have weapons at all. It's like the UK now. Yeah. Our laws are so strict, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because let me tell you why. Because New York City is the unofficial capital of the world. Let me say it to you again, just in case you missed it. New York City is the unofficial capital of the world, which means there's so much money that surfaces and flows through New York City, right? Businesses, money, all types of things, right? That's why we have the quote unquote world trade. You did y'all hear what I just said? We have the world trade. It's in New York City. Okay? Let me say it to you again in case you missed it. Not the United States trade. Okay? Royal Q Dash, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, King. We have the world trade. You understand? We have the most important part, the world, not the United States, not the New York, no, we have the world, which means the entire world meets there to do business. Just think about that. Think about that now. The entire world comes to New York City to discuss business. The entire world. So, right? Now, think about this now. Do you think that they want to have crime spilling over there? They can't have that. They can't have that. They can't have New York in the 80s and 90s running around here. No. No. You think, let me explain something to y'all. Y'all don't understand how New York City is. Most people that have never been to New York City, they don't understand the makeup of New York City. Most people have never been there, and some that have even came to visit, they really don't understand the makeup of New York City, right? And how bad, there is no place in the United States that could be worse than New York City. It don't exist. Zealous Newton, my brother, was good. There is no place in the United States, if we had the freedom and the laws that everybody else has, there would be no place in the United States that would be worse than New York City. Because the way it's constructed. The way it's constructed, the easy access, it is 24/7. Ernie V was good. Okay, just the way that New York City is constructed overall. You understand? It's just so. Listen, there's things you can do in New York City that you just simply cannot do nowhere else. You just can't do it. So if they allow New York City to be the Wild Wild West, there is no place, not California, not LA, not Chicago, right? Not Texas. There is no place. Even with the look how bad things are here with the laws we have. We have the strictest laws in the United States. Book it. Look it up. New York City, as far as weapon goes, right? New York City has the the strictest rules, and our crime is still as extremely high. You just will never hear about it. You hear about Chicago, right? Okay. Larcio Perez, he said, I used to live in a boogie down Bronx. I feel you, brother. Facts. Let me say this. Will Smith was good. You hear about Chicago all the time. We hear about Chicago. We hear about LA. You hear about that, right? I hear about what's going on in Chicago. I hear about what goes on in LA, right? I hear about what goes on in Texas. You hear about what goes on in Louisiana, Baltimore, right? Derek Gordon, 16 deuce. You'll sparingly hear about it. You won't consistently hear about it, right? So what goes on in New York? Yeah, my son, I got to call my son. So what happens in New York, right, gets zipped up. You know why? Because this is the tourist capital of the world. It's the world trade. They don't want none of that here in New York. Too much money circles here. The Jessica Burton was blessings, Queen. Too much money circles here. They don't want that in New York. They don't want you to hear about it. They don't want you to know about that. So we hear about what goes on in LA, right? The gang culture and all of that. You hear about this, what's going on in Chicago, and you hear about what goes on. What y'all don't hear is consistently what goes on here in New York. And you will never hear about what goes on here in New York. You will never hear about just what goes on here in New York. You'll never hear about it. They don't want you. This is the tourist. You think that they want to scare people off? Imagine if people knew what goes on inside of New York, they keep it in the borders. So imagine this, right? Tourists come to New York City and they get on the train just to see the train situation. They don't know you get on them trains, it's a problem. Now, I'm sure they hear about things like, oh man, you got to be careful going to subway. You might get mugged. You might get this. You might get that. They don't really understand just how bad it is. Because that would scare away the money. If you view New York City the same way you view Chicago, that scares away the tourists. If you view New York City the same way we view LA, it scares away the tourists. It scares away the tourists. You have to understand, New York is a landmark. Knockout Kings, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, facts, Blue. Salute to my brother Knockout King, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. You have to understand, everywhere in New York is a tourist site, people. It's not like LA where you go to certain places and you're like, hey, I want to see this in LA. Right? I've been to LA, so I know. I'm speaking on things I know. I've been to LA, right? Danny, what's going on? I've been to LA, I've been to Chicago, but you got to understand. Okay, salute to my brother D-Man Jr. He said, salute to my brother Blue. Salute to you, King. You have to understand, every place in New York has landmarks and places that people want to view and visit and see that are iconic. You have tourists that comes to New York, the 5 boroughs and the 2 counties, okay? You have 5 boroughs and 2 counties. You have Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan, right? That's the 5 boroughs. Then you have Nassau and Suffolk County. That makes up Long Island. There's 5 boroughs and 2 counties. Then you have upstate New York, which is Buffalo. Then you have Yonkers, New Rochelle, things of that nature, right? No country said it's not just LA, Blue. LA isn't all just No, I know California. Gary Fletcher was good. California is California. What I'm saying to you is this. I've been to San Francisco. I've been to Oakland. I've been to the only place in California I have not been to Sacramento, and I have not been to San Diego, right? But I've been to LA. I've been to now to Compton. I've been to, you know, I've been to Oakland. I've been to San Francisco, right? And so what you have to understand is that New York, the difference between New York and LA, or New York and everywhere else, New York has landmarks and tourist sites, the entire city. Everywhere in New York, there is some sort of landmarks that people want to go to and visit and see. Tourists that are innocent people. They cannot allow, Jesse B was good. They cannot allow these things to spill out like it did in the 80s and the 90s because it scares the money off. Prince to a Man was good. Dogfight was good. You did you hear what I just told you? We have the world trade. The world comes here to do business and make trades. The entire world. Did you just hear what I just said? The entire world comes to New York City to trade. They cannot allow things to be, the perception of New York be like Chicago. They can't allow the perception of New York to be like LA, like in the 80s and 90s. They can't allow that. Absolutely not. It scares away the money. The tourist brings money. They can't allow that. They can't allow it. Now, so if New York City had the flexibility that could be an open carry state and things of that nature, it's over. With the strict laws that we have today, crime is still at an all-time high. You just don't hear about it outside of New York. We hear about it every day because we live here. And still, even living here, it's still stuff you got to hear via this and this. Hey, bro, you heard what happened in Brooklyn? Nah, it ain't even on the news. Hey, bro, you heard what happened in Brooklyn? Nah, I ain't here. Man, bro, X, Y, and Z, bro. It could be mass. Maya Egypt, peace, bless, queen. How you doing today? Rolando Santos, what's good? Yeah, Miami is off the hook, too. There are a lot of parts in Florida that's off the hook. But again, they don't want you to hear about how off the hook Miami is because, again, Miami is a tourist site. Perfect example. Miami is a tourist site. They don't want you to think that South Beach and Miami is off the hook like that. You ain't never going to hear about it. You very rarely going to hear. D-Man Jr. was good. You're not going to hear about it. They cannot allow that. Peace be free was good. For tourists to come to New York and be on edge. Creighton Brooks was good. That's why I said to y'all about, and I gave y'all the example about these officers, because you should be able to come to New York and visit New York and feel comfortable and view the Statue of the Liberty. You can view from Newark, New Jersey. You can see the whole city. From different parts of Brooklyn, you can see the Sunset Park in Brooklyn. You can see the sun setting. Beautiful, breathtaking views in New York. Breathtaking, man. When you come over the Grand Central, right? When you come through the Grand Central, coming through into New York City, the view you get is bar none. When you come in from the Grand Central into New York City, the view you get is bar none. It's bar none. When you see that view, when you come over the Grand Central, you come up the hill and you just peeking and you get ready to come down, you can see the New York City skyline. Amazing. You can see from one end of the island to the other end of the island, and it looks spectacular. You like, man, built that? Exactly, Thomas Davis. When you coming in and you like, yo, what? And you see the city and you see, man, there's nothing like it. Do you think that they want that uprooted by people being afraid to come here? Come on, man. That's why the laws is at an all-time high. Okay? Where you, man, listen, man. So my point in saying this was to tell you guys, to let you guys know that you should feel safe. The laws is at an all-time high because these men are in position to make you feel safe. But they're not making you feel safe. They're making you feel nervous. So it should be, they should not have the same laws when they break that oath. The laws should not be the same. They should not, once you break that oath and it's on camera, there is no explanation. There is no rhyme or reason. There is no justification. You, my friend, have broke the oath, not just the law. You have broke a serious oath. You have broke the community's trust. You have broke the people's trust. And because of that, brother, right, there should be automatic laws in place. Bro, you automatically get life. When I see you on camera doing what these dudes did on camera, there should be no trial. I don't care who started it. I don't care who did what. Everybody goes to jail for life. That's it. That's it. That's it. There's no explanation. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no trial. There's nothing. Little Flex Lewis is good. It should just be point, but we see you on camera, bro. Now, unless it's a gray area, right? If there's a gray area, we have no camera, we have no footage, we don't really know what took place. Okay. In that situation, in that case, in that instance, then you say, okay, you know what? We gotta let the process play out because we just don't know what happened, and we can't just be putting people in imprisonments and things of that nature when we don't even know what happened. OPJ 5E was good, but when you see stuff like this, when we see stuff like this on camera, I don't care if he was resistant or not. 6 people and this man lost his life, bro. There's no explanation for that. Goodbye. See you guys later. Period. I guess I guarantee you everybody else that signs up for this position will be second guessing themselves before they do anything wrong. I guarantee you everybody else will be treading lightly, right? Right? I can guarantee you everybody will be treading lightly on decisions they make. Once they put that badge there and they take that oath, I guarantee you their position changes 1,000% on how they make decisions when they go out amongst the community. Just think, like I just told you guys, in New York, it's so strict. You can't do nothing. If you fought the wrong way in New York, you going to prison. You going to Rikers Island. You out of here. Sakari, what's good, great brother? You out of here in New York. You out. As a civilian, how's the laws more strict for us than it is for the people that's supposed to be protecting us? How? How is that possible? Kevin Laucine was good, great brother. How is that possible that the laws are more strict for the civilians than it is for the actual people that's supposed to be protecting us? How? When you legally giving them an opportunity and putting them in position where they could legally walk around and bear arms. I can't. So you know that they armed, right? And they could do whatever they want. And guess what? I can't even react to them. Because again, the laws still protect them. How does the law protect them more than it protect the civilians that they supposed to be protecting? Yanira said they now expect them to be found not guilty or 5 years. It's terrible, man. If you resist arrest and you feel like you in danger, like they're going to do something wrong, and you resist arrest and do something to the officers, you out of here. But you're supposed to just submit and just take what's coming to you. You're just supposed to submit and just take what's coming to you. Huh? That's pretty backwards, isn't it? Jeff Sparks, what's good, great brother? Cody Maxwell, what's good? That's amazing, isn't it? It's terrible. Hey, I got to get off of here. I'll be back on later on tonight, but I got to go help. I got to help my son do something. So I got to get off here, man. I appreciate y'all 1000%. I wanted to talk about this and touch on this topic because I just found this very, very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. You know, and if this holds to be the case and to be the truth, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible, man. So let me go help my son, man. I'll be back on later on tonight, more than likely with a special guest. So I appreciate y'all coming through, studying up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. I'll be back on soon. Appreciate y'all 1000%. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.